Hey guys, this is Pedro back with another interview, this time covering VALORANT Champions Paris 2025. My guest at this time is Panda, a member of PRX working as a performance coach for the team, and said team are coming off of a victory over Giants in the upper bracket match of their respective group, moving on to the playoffs in said competition. So, Panda, thank you so much for the opportunity. It's not every day I can talk to a performance coach, but given your work within this team and the success that this team is continuing to make, I got to talk to you. So, first and foremost, I mean, moving on from Toronto into Champions Paris as the performance coach, what have you been doing to help this team maintain their form both inside and outside of the server?
So it's important just to maintain what they've been doing so far, the hard work that they're putting in, making sure that they're taking the time to recognize the work that they've been putting in, not just like blindly grinding, just to stop, reflect, and be like, okay, I've come this far, we're gonna go further. But also, taking the time to be grateful for, the effort, the amount of time they put in every day, weekends, whatever, they're putting in the time, just stopping and just reminding themselves that okay, there's more to this. Making sure they're getting some fresh air, eating healthy, just basic life things that will just help them play better in their game.
Seen pictures of like Devi taking a stroll down the Eiffel Tower in the drizzling rain, and I think it just goes to show like how easy, not really easy, but more so how peaceful you guys or the team is taking this tournament. Is it basically like word for word similar to how you're trying to have this team concentrate in Toronto compared to right now?
I mean, again, like we did in Toronto, we're doing it here as well. Just trying to make sure it's not just only being in the prac room. We get the opportunity to travel so many different countries. The opportunity to go see them, I think, is a great way to allow them kind of realize or kind of feel like, oh, this give them something else to push them forward. Like, oh, okay, like I get the opportunity to do all these things. And I mean, of course, just to de-stress, like we took we took an e-bike ride through the rain to get to the Eiffel Tower, which was super fun. And again, that kind of like a different kind of adrenaline outside the game is a great way to kind of flesh out the system to reset before practice or even before matches.
No doubt that served well for today and given the team's progression to the playoff phase. But I kind of still want to talk about you. Obviously, you've been a figure of this team in the sense that you've been getting plenty of like shout outs from Alex in the press conferences and also neat content videos that your team has been putting out throughout this entire year. And I'm sure you already did plenty of interviews beforehand, but I want to ask, could you sort of the story behind you joining PaperX and how when did that first start for you in beginning to work with this team?
Well, for me, I mean, I before this I was working in, even handling stress, that kind of thing. And I was approached by a friend who was asking if I knew anything about, Paper X about, or I mean, I knew about Paper X, but they asked if I'd be interested in working with them. And for me, it was like a dream come true to marry like my job with my interest, which is gaming. And I mean, from there we tried out. I worked with them for a bit for in like the middle of stage one, and then from there, I mean, the rest is history. I just stayed with them the whole way through. It was supposed to be just a trial, and then they just kept on going and going and going. So I was like, okay, we keep on riding the train all the way to the end.
My feed didn't quite catch where the part in which you said like where you came from. So can you kind of like say again like which field did you come from specifically before getting into the esports team?
I was a cognitive coach, so that just works on. It's basically brain training. We like to call it the brain gym, and it's basically where people can work on selective brain areas. Cognition, decision making, reaction time, hand-eye coordination, that kind of thing, like understanding your body in 3D space. It's a wide, varied field, and so I was happy to be able to bring some of this expertise to gaming. It's a nice fit, or it has been so far.
Uh, Appreciate that. when you first walked into PaperX, what did you kind of view? How did you view the environment as it was before your arrival, and when it came time to now put your hands onto the system and improve it even further? What was the first thing that you did, like in that process?
Oh, sorry, the sound cut out a bit. So I mean, when I first arrived, I just felt it was the day before a match, and I felt like everybody was quite connected, quite friendly. I didn't really know what to expect, but at least everybody, even though everybody's from a different country, everybody was also quite open with each other. Everybody's using languages, like different languages, and it felt very cozy. It really felt like, oh, okay, this is like a family kind of situation. Everybody's really, close with each other. They're, poking jabs at each other in the middle of scrims or anything, and it just made me feel like, oh, it's. I mean, during the actual match, I could see like, there was stress and things involved, but overall, I was just really excited to work with everybody because to be able to work with such a group of talented individuals, but not only that, people who are so driven. Just seeing them practice day after day, even after scrims finish. Some of them are still jumping into ranked, or some of them are there early to practice. It makes me more motivated to work with them. It makes me want to put in more time because I see the passion, and it makes me more excited to work.
Given what you said about the things that you've been doing for with this team since your arrival, um, how does that make you feel to then see the team accept your advice or your work, and then translate that into the server, and then see the success be it in domestic and or the international side?
For me, it helps me. It helps push me forward as well. I mean, these guys work super hard, and I just feel like I have to match that, and it's hard, and sometimes it's really draining mentally and physically. But when I see this happen, it's all worth it. It's all worth the extra time, and it just allows me to be even better. Like they improve themselves every day, and I feel like I have to push myself even harder to match their level, to match their drive, and like I have to improve with them in order to allow them to keep working at their best. So for me, it's a great motivation for me as well to improve myself.
Um, from now until the next matchup, it's going to be like around a week in which we see PaperX compete in playoffs once again. From that point on, but from now until then, what do you feel the team kind of has to work on in order to continue this run or this form into whatever stage they end up in at the very end of the competition?
Well, I mean, for any your technical skills, your strategy, a lot of it is really training that mental strength. So just taking the time to depress, let go of all the, come down from your adrenaline, kind of reset that a bit. Like resting hard is just as important as working hard. So for them, I think the important thing for our guys is to really, well, I mean, keep doing what they're doing, but also to make sure that they're getting enough time to rest and to relax so that when they come back, they're fresh, fresh eyes, fresh ideas. And there's no place better to do that than, Paris. There's beautiful sights and food to eat. So yeah.
Can see why people. Oh, I can see why Alex sends you all the praise. I'm gonna squeeze in one more question, very quick one. Your name Panda. Why is your name Panda?
So it's even so my name and my number are it's kind of a reminder for me. My my wife's nickname is Panda. So I decided to take that and put it on my back. And the 21 represents my daughter's birthday. So whenever I'm away from home with the guys, it's kind of like at least I can, bring my family a bit with me every game to remind me like why I'm here, not just to work with the boys, but also, I have support from home, and it's just something to keep me going.
Very beautiful. I love to see that. Panda, thank you so much for the opportunity, for the interview, for your answers, and all of that good stuff. And hopefully, we'll see you again in playoffs. So, thank you very much.